thing I want you to do is to set up a timer to 45 minutes and try to copy or try to make a 3D model of this picture right here on the assignment. I know you haven't used Maya for a while, some of you have been using it and practicing. The idea is to try to copy the overall shape about 70% of the way there, not 100% complete. And to remember that you do not need to extrude everything. For example, the bumper is not part of the cabin or the front of the truck, so you can do a different shape for it. Same for this cutout or the grill, the lights. Obviously other things you can do separate, but if you think about a car house made, not everything's connected, so you only want to extrude and cut one object when you can tell is part of another one. So for example, I can tell this front part is part of the whole front body. So I could, instead of just putting like a cylinder or a sphere in here, I should just make the one shape, right? This one shape. You can actually make the whole cabin one shape. Is unified enough, and then cut out the doors from it if you would want it to. But I'm gonna show you what to do in here. So I'm just so you know how to get started. So I'm gonna save the image. I'm just gonna put it on my desktop here. Say save, and then go to Maya. And in Maya, you want to bring the reference not on the perspective. If you do that, this is what's going to happen. So if to bring the reference, you always go view image, import image. Mine is on the desktop. Where is it? Jeep. There it is. We'll open it. This is what's going to happen. See how the grid moves, and if I try to rotate, the picture is stuck there. So you don't want to do that. You want to avoid that. I'm just showing you here. So you don't do that. I'm going to delete it here from cameras. But what you want to do is bring it on this front or side view. So I'm going to click on view on the front view is fine. It's just a reference for we're not gonna copy it like a blueprint. There it is. So we'll bring it in. Now if I go back to my perspective here, the image is not using the whole view, and I can actually get working in here. So again, if you decide to start with a shape, let's say the cube, and you see the bumper in there, I wouldn't try to extrude the bumper from here, like cut this out and try to extrude it out. That's too much work. Instead, just add another shape, say another cube here. I'll just make it right here, and then go up, and then modify this shape. Okay. Remember also that you can hit 3 on your object and smooth it. So usually you want to work with few polygons. So I'm beveling it here, and I don't want triangles, so I'm gonna add another segment. Say 2. So I have all quads, and maybe move this closer to the edges here. So I got a shape that's similar, right? Yeah, so see how much you can remember. I'm not gonna give you any clues here because I want to see at what level is the class. So just do your best and set the timer for about, I don't know, 45 minutes, I'll say tops. I just want to see how far along you can get in that time, and that gives me an idea of how good of a modeler the class is. So no cheating, no spending 5 days on it. Just try to get 70% of the way there in 45 minutes. If you don't make it on that, just stop. I'll know how fast you are, how fast the whole class overall is, and then that tells me how fast or slow I can go with the class. But yeah, I'll see you afterwards.